Well, good news is it just rains like crazy and the rain has stopped. Bad news is I'm not going to be out here much longer because apparently someone decided they needed my car power more than I did. So I'm running straight off of batteries, and I don't have my good battery packs because they're at home from our last power outage. So I'm going to be out here about an hour. At least it's the best hour to be out here. The last 15 minutes of daylight into the dark. So, we'll see what happens. There is something moving around out here. And I'm parked right in its travel path. We'll see. Across from me, on the hillside, is where the tree was pushed over when I was here. And to my left is where I found those footprints. I found some impressions tonight. I'll share the photos. They're old, they're not very clear at all. So they're possible impressions. I'm running 2 mics tonight, one on the left, one on the right. Whoops. Put my phone. Here's what I'm looking for. There. You dirty dog. I know what? I do that, I can't see out there. I don't want it super bright. There. See, I'm running 2 microphones tonight, one out the left, one out the right side of the car. I've only had one UTV go down the road tonight. So that's good. Because he didn't have headlights, so I have a feeling he won't be back. Looked like a grandpa with his granddaughter out driving around, which is cool. I appreciate that. Really? You just do not want to cooperate tonight. And of course, my phone holder is in the work van. Yeah. And still kind of see out past it. A little bit of glare on my windshield, but not horrible. Bill Rigby, I got to get you to this spot. I'll never tell anyone where this spot is. Sounded like a whistle. In fact, no offense to a lot of people, but there's very few people I would bring to this spot. Last time I started taking people to a lot of my spots, seems like every time you show up, look like a tailgate party at a football game. But Bill Rigby, I've got to get you here. And Debbie. Absolutely let Debbie come out here. Especially since she's a newbie and not had a whole lot of experiences. This is one of those few places that I don't like to come to a lot because I don't want to push my luck. But it seems like every time I come here, something happens. I either find evidence, physical evidence, or I get a tree pushed over, or I find footprints, or I hear something. And this is the first time I've ever brought the recording to Zoom out here. I've never had it here before. Jack Warren and bring him out here. Mary Fabian. Jeff Weinart. And I am so sorry if I pronounce your last name wrong. And it's not that I mean to, but a lot of times my accent won't allow me to enunciate properly. That sounded like a knock. Maybe, or a distant bullfrog. It's amazing how similar they sound. You wouldn't think a frog could sound like a wood knock at a distance, but trust me, they can. But those frogs that you're hearing, I would say 150, 200 yards away. Sounds about right. For those of you who aren't familiar with my Zoom recorder, I can pick up a wood knock at about half a mile. And I can tell you the direction it came from when I get it home and put it on my computer program. So not only can I record it up to half a mile, elevation pending. If I'm higher, if I'm on top of a ridge, okay, that road right there, that car you're hearing is about 3/4 mile, 2 or 3 hills over. It's a badass recorder, but I put a lot of money into it too. It's not a cheap setup at all. And I only have 2 of the 4 microphones running. My normal is to run 3 and run my phone off of the 1 port. Tonight I'm just on 2. He might have turned down this road. If he did, it'll be about 3 minutes before he gets here. It's a diesel. He's hauling ass. He'll be here sooner than that. Nope, not a diesel. Just a real crappy exhaust. Yeah, this recorder would blow your mind. I just hope my power lasts. I'd like to stay here till at least 10:30. But yeah, if I'm up on top of a ridge, I can cover as far as you can see. Wood knock, I can get 3/4 to a mile away. Right now, I'm in a lower elevation, so I'm in a bowl. So any snow sounds that I hear are gonna be trapped within the bowl around me, which means they're going to be relatively close, except for vehicle noise. That was a knock, for sure. Ooh, it got humid after that rain. Yeah, I love this spot I'm in. Every hair is up on my body right now. I can't tell if I'm shaking or if my car just vibrated. My car vibrated, that means there's literally something directly behind me touching it. What was that? They're a little high-pitched. Whatever it was. Got a Sharpie somewhere in this thing. Always keep notebooks scattered about. So that was about 12:40. That was about 12:40. That's why I have to do my best to sit completely still when recording from a vehicle. Normally I wouldn't have that light on, but because I'm recording, that way you guys can at least see me and you're not just looking at a black screen. Because of the humidity, my windows are fogging up, and the light is making them hard to look out of. But I don't want to start the car and defrost them. Thought maybe I'd have some napkins or something. That was me. What time is it? I said I'm only about here at about 10:30. That'll be about what time my batteries are dead. It's just my microphone bouncing in the window. That wasn't me. Curious sounding little frog. Sounded like a dog frog. She's barking. Had to be where all my hairs went up. My car stopped vibrating. Car on gravel road or jet airplane? Hear those frogs going off to that jet flying over. A, they pick up the vibration of it. B, there's infrasound in the sound of a jet engine. Because that sound in nature similar to what a tornado sounds like when it's coming. A wind turbine. There's infrasound and lightning. Well, thunder. Jet engines. All kinds of things create infrasound. A lot of people don't know that. But it does. That's me. It's my mic bouncing. In my pocket. If you notice my lighter clap, you silence the microphones. When it does that, the closer the sound, the mics will tune themselves down automatically to that range of sound. And then they'll open themselves back up wide. Like I said, I've got a lot of money in this stuff. I'll show you again. I'll close my lighter. And then it goes back to wide. That's why I try to talk with a low bass voice when I'm recording. And because it won't do that. Now if I was to make a loud, shrill sound, it would. But it doesn't necessarily do it with bass. That's where those frogs being out there long distance kind of help, because it's keeping those mics pulsating the recorder at least that distance. But then you can hear there's tree insects on the hillside across from me, and it's reaching out to record that too. So if you get like a tree knock and the mics go silent, you need to be concerned, because it was close. Please do not condemn my smoking. I do it for a reason. Not only because I'm a smoker, but because I'm putting my scent out there and letting it carry on the thermals. Whatever way the wind is going, an animal will circle around to the downwind side and approach from that way so that they can smell you as they're approaching. A lot of coyote hunters don't know that, and they would really improve their hunting if they did. Now, a coyote, any predator animal, will always approach from the downwind side. A little something for your toolbox. So if anything does scent me, it's gonna circle around. That way you always know what direction it's coming from. What I'll do is I only smoke about half of it. Now just throw it outside and let it smolder. But kids don't smoke. I have a buddy, deer hunter buddy. I deer hunt too, I bow hunt. But he swears in using apple-scented vape in his tree stand because it smells like apples and brings the deer in. Kind of cheating. But kids, any children watching this, just cook a hot dog. Well, either it's starting to rain or something just drooled on me. It's probably rain. But it was a single drop. Well, you can burn incense. Anything to put your, trust me, they know you're here. Now, I don't get into the whole Bigfoot has telepathy, can read your thoughts, can guide the way you move through the woods on purpose using their Jedi voodoo mental Lord of the Rings powers. I don't get into all that. To me, it's a flesh and blood animal. No different than a deer, a monkey, an ape, a beaver, a raccoon, possum. Every animal is intelligent. Every animal is stupid. I mean, if Bigfoot was of that high intelligence and their entire purpose in life was to avoid people, there would never be sightings. Even they make mistakes. And they wouldn't make noise for these recorders because they would sense the electric waves and know that I'm recording. Yet I have a library of recordings. That was interesting. The little booger's close. I kind of wish he'd go away. He'd go mess with the mic, so. I'd love to sit out here till about midnight, 1 in the morning. But I know. Batteries won't last that long. It would have been around 29, 15 maybe. Butterfingers drop the notepad. So, 29:15 to 29:40. I want to post this video in its entirety for you folks. Give you an idea of what I do. Thank you for joining me tonight. So about 40 minutes yet. A lot can happen in 40 minutes. sweet tea. The drink of Ohio Bigfoot sweet tea. I'm trying to get away from Mountain Dew, Pepsi. That's all I drink at work. It's getting old. That was me. It's getting dark out now. I can't see 10, 15 feet. Was something. I don't know what that was. Me. I found it in Ohio Bigfoot Research Investigation Center. Right around shortly after the turn of the millennium. Ran for about 15 years. Took a bit of a hiatus, walked away from it all. Just got tired of everything. Got tired of hiking, tired of searching, never finding. Even the evidence, I got tired of it all. And I just walked away. Quit. Gave up. Till I was done. Last year, after 6, 7, 8 years, I'm back. But now I found a way that I enjoy it a lot more. And that's with my recording equipment. Met a lot of great people while doing this. Lost a lot of friends. A lot of guys I knew are dead now. One in particular. His name was Ben. I called him Pappy. Like Pappy Boyington from the Black Sheep. Because he was older and in charge of the young misfits and trying to get them to fly straight. The thing about the Black Sheep, when it came to getting into the planes and doing their job, they did it well. That was Pappy. He kept us in line. I really miss him. Shriner introduced me to my first vocalization in the woods of Ohio. Scared the crap out of me. God, I'd never heard such a sound. I miss him. Dearly, dearly, dearly miss him. That's why I clung to Bill Rigby so much. He reminds me of them. But yet he's different in his own way. Which I like, so I'm not trying to replace them. They're dead and gone. Their time has passed. Just because their memory hasn't. But Bill has that same type of character about him. And that's obviously a characteristic that I'm drawn to in people. So I get along with him so well. Of course, I give him some crap too, but I did Pappy and Shriner. I've spent so many hours in the woods. Endless hours. Froze my butt off. Had hypothermia 4 times. Early onset of hypothermia. Heat stroke. Dehydration. I'm not sure, but possibly Lyme disease. Never been tested for it. Not sure. It was some kind of bacterial infection from a tick. Could have been Rocky Mountain spotted fever. I don't know. Something made me sicker than a dog. And that was just recent. And yet here I am. Sitting completely by myself in the middle of nowhere in a vehicle that's questionable at best as to its starting and running capability. Don't have cell service here, so if I get stuck I gotta walk out down a 1-lane gravel road. Fell down a hill once. Surprised I didn't break every bone in my body. Stepped in groundhog holes, almost snapping my ankle. been sprayed by a skunk more than once. I like this being alone with your thoughts, just letting your thoughts run. That's a big boy. A big old bulldog. Oh, that was me. Sit outside, go and turn my headlights on. Turn them off. Just let everyone know I'm here. Sometimes that'll trigger a response. That's why I'm 10:07, 20 minutes. I don't do a lot of call blasting. I want to know the natural sounds of woods. Every section of woods has its own pace, its own tempo. Down here at the bog, it's a little livelier than some woods I've been in. Old growth, very slow paced. like weeds crunching. Down here, if Bigfoot could mimic sounds, be a good skill to know how to sound like a bullfrog. It's not that hard to do either. Yep. Pretty simple. Yep. Did you hear that frog right there a little second ago? First time that sound's been heard tonight. That's normal. But that one was off a little bit. Snooping around out here. The other reason I like to have the recorder on me when I'm doing this, to show you that I'm not sneaking out there and doing wood knocks or trying to fake anything. Can't stand people that do that crap. I'm not saying that I haven't recorded other researchers that know they were in the area or whatnot, but I've never came across one down here. 50-15, that was different. Remember that? Definitely gonna listen to that sound again tonight. That was different. So was that. to provoke responses, but not by sound blasting, flashing headlights, using scents, subtle things. Sound blasting isn't subtle. I have done it with others when they've asked me to. Because it's not always about me. And I like taking out other people. I like taking out newbies. That's a big damn frog. About to blame that on the car coming down the gravel road, but there ain't one. That was a very peculiar sound. Oh wait, yes there is. Unless he just turned on this road, because I think the direction it would have came from. You can just now hear him. My recorders are more set out in front. They're going to drown out the microphones. That's right, keep going. Trust me, you guys do not want to start trouble in the mood I'm in. I don't know what genius would drive a go-kart down. That's a little car. This road has a lot of big holes in it. But that ruled out that peculiar sound because a car came. But it's been 55 minutes. That's the first car down this road. That's what I like about this spot. Probably out drinking. This area's had that problem since I was a teenager. And I know that because I used to drink out here as a teenager. Dadgum, heathens. We didn't drive into it though. We parked and fished. I ran with the cool kids. We didn't drive around getting DUIs and getting in accidents. We fished, slept in the vehicle, woke up, went home. $10:20. Got about 10 minutes left, folks. And we'll call it a night. Wife used to Bigfoot with me all the time. And then she quit. I don't know why. Never asked. Figure if she wanted me to know, she'd tell me. That was different. Slap, slap. Definitely a mom. No? Not gunfire. It's not fireworks. I know that because the ranger station's right around the corner. About 2 miles down the road. This is the last place you want to go out shooting or setting off fireworks. But with these microphones, gunfire doesn't have that bass. Because these will record the crack, not the poop. And it's pitch black. And there was no echo. This would record the echo. Maybe it is fireworks. Have to be ground fireworks. There ain't nothing lighting up the horizon. Why is that? There's gotta be fireworks. Gotta be. think it would elicit a return knock, though. I have a feeling the Ranger's going to be down here in about not too long. Because this isn't a park or any, this is public wildlife area. Could have been those idiots, I suppose. It's gotta be fireworks. Well, folks, I swore I'd seen some kind of movement. I don't know if the wind's picking up. No. Wind ain't picking up. But they probably just shot my night all to hell. Even if I was gonna stay. Dumbasses. I'll have to come out here on a weeknight and set up again. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining in, listening in. Gives you an idea of what I do with the recorders. Alright. Well, turn the AC on, unfog my windows. Come here. Okay, well, thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. This ain't pointed towards me the right direction. Da 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 da. Okay, there we go. So, thanks for listening, and everyone have a good night, and I will be posting more videos like this again later. So, I know they're boring, and they're long, especially on a dead night, but on a good night, they can be pretty exciting. So, now you at least got a gist of what I do. So, good night. There you go, folks. There's your fireworks. And I'm about 6 miles from where I was parked. That gives you any idea of my recorder. I've been on the road for quite a little while, about 6-7 miles down the road, and there's fireworks going off. That's my recorder for you. So, not too shabby.